All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Christopher Moreau. He is the CEO of Algernon Pharmaceuticals. And Chris, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Steve, I have not seen you for months. I'm great and glad to see you too. You look great.
Yeah, you look great as well. And I no doubt the reason why is because you're here with some very, very significant news from the company dealing with the ifenprodol drug that we've been talking about for probably over 2 or 3 years now, Chris. So let's take everyone a step back and talk about where this program began with ifenprodol.
Okay, well, the program began with my colleague and co-founder of Algernon, Dr. Mark Williams, and he identified a drug in Japan that had never been sold in the US or Europe called ifenprodol. It was originally developed by Sanofi to treat a condition that called intermittent claudication. It's a circulatory disorder. Then it ended up in Japan being used to treat vertigo caused by a stroke. So quietly on the market for 40 years, small molecule, great safety history. Mark Williams has this drug repurposing idea. Let's see if this drug will work in another disease and bring it into US or Europe where it's never been sold. So there's no off-label, there's no generic drug issues. Brilliant idea, I must admit. We started to investigate ifenprodol in animals for IPF. That's a condition of a disease of the lung. And if you remember, we had really good animal data. And then we did a human study for IPF, but we added cough. Chronic cough is also an issue with people that have IPF. And Mark Williams believed that ifenprodol interferes with the signal to cough deep in the brain. And at the time, there were two drugs in the cough space, Merck's drug, gefapixant, and also Bellus Health's drug, camlipixant. It's a bit of a tongue twist, which was ultimately just bought by GSK for $2 billion. So that's the background. We also tested ifenprodol for COVID, if everyone remembers. Mm-hmm. And we didn't show enough of a difference, and all of the vaccinations came out, and so we didn't advance that. But this is exciting. We've done a deal to make sure that ifenprodol now gets its day in court or its time in the sun. It's going to go through a phase 2B study. That's what this deal means.
Yeah, so you've announced this deal today that the program's been bought by a private U.S. company, and there's obviously some big upside to Algernon as well. So take us through the deal, Chris.
Yeah, so right now, and everyone in the market knows nano-cap companies, $1.5 million, $2 million market cap. How would we raise the 15 or 20 million to get a phase 2B study going? And so we met through an advisory investment banking group in the US, an introduction to Dietrich Stefan, who's the CEO and founder of SailTex. And he's a scientist CEO, and he looked at the data and he realized that the NMDA receptor, which is what ifenprodol is a neuronal, it's neuronally active, so it's in the brain, and it is affecting what is a very complex mechanism of action when it comes to coughing. Coughing can start by agitation in the lungs, so certain receptors get triggered, but it also converges in the brain, and we believe that ifenprodol interrupts the signal to cough. So chronic cough is a non-productive cough, lasts for more than 8 weeks. And when you have a non-productive cough, meaning you're not coughing anything up, if you have pneumonia, you want to cough up. But when you have a chronic cough, so to interfere with that signal in the brain and stop that cough or slow it down, that's what we're hopeful ifenprodol will show. The next step now is a phase 2B study, 160 to 200 patients. It's now in the hands of SailTex and Dr. Stefan, and we're here to help them get that study going.
So this gives you 20% interest in that company plus $2 million. So what does this do for Algernon now as to what you're going to do? Because I know you're working on a lot of other things as well. And this is a pretty exciting, I know ifenprodol has been the baby of the company, and now it's been put out on its own to go and see what could happen. So what happens next for Algernon?
Good analogy. I just want to know 2 million US. So every day I'm looking at currency, that's like 2.7 million cash. So look, we're going to be able to clean up our balance sheet. We've had a very tough rough ride here. We had to pull in our horns. That's why you and I haven't talked. We've been working on this deal basically for 5 months. And it gives us capital now for us to move forward. And now our next program that's ready for human study is DMT for stroke. So we are literally a month or two away from starting a phase 2A stroke study where DMT, that psychedelic drug, we're hopeful will help patients in ICU. They've suffered an ischemic stroke, and we can deliver DMT. It'll be a placebo blinded controlled study. And we hope that DMT will reduce the damage area in the brain, reduce the amount of damage, cognitive, motor function. So that's up next. Now we can focus our energy. Ifenaprotol, we've walked it down the aisle. This is a very important transaction, and it's in great hands. We're going to help that firm. And I believe that when that phase 2B study starts, Ifenaprotol and that cough program should have a minimum 100 million US valuation. That's really where Bellus Health was when they started their first phase 2B. And that's where I think Ifenaprotol is going. So that's good news. One other thing, Celltex is private. The only way to buy into this program is Algernon. We're publicly traded. We own 20% at the closing. And so if investors want to get in, they can buy Algernon.
All right, Chris, we'll leave it there. Congratulations on this exciting day for the company and yourself as well. And we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, Steve, good seeing you.
All right, Christopher Moreau, the CEO of Algernon Pharmaceuticals.